Okay, well, welcome to Creatively Indecisive. We are on, actually, we are on episode 8. We made it to episode 8. My name is Tim, and we're glad to have you here today. So let me just transition here so you can see me. How you doing today? We're on the live stream. So what we're going to go through today, let's go to our transition into this thing. And as you can see, we are on episode 8. We're going to be talking about what is our legacy, or my legacy. And in this episode, I'm going to update you on the journey. We'll talk again about, we're working on the mission statement. That is what we're trying to do here. And step 3 is, what is my legacy? Okay, so let's go through this. All right. So first of all, update on the journey. This is it's kind of a sour point today. I run every morning, and I make my own schedule, and today was one of those days where it kind of hit bottom for me. The past 2 days I was not productive at all. I basically, it was just self-loathing. I got a few things done here and there, but I was just basically self-loathing, feeling sorry for myself, and I'm coming off a month and a half of teaching, and things slowed down, and then we're going on vacation next week. So this week was kind of like, what do I can't really start anything, but there was lots things for me to do, and I just was basically self-loathing. Listening to a fellow who does a podcast while I was running, and it was about just, there's going to be these days that just kick our butt, and I have to be grateful for these days, because if I didn't have these days where I just felt like things were kicking my butt, it's like, why am I doing this? Why am I trying to do this? And they were saying, well, when you do this, then you'll be spurred on more. And so I guess, hopefully today I am spurred on more. And actually I was. Here's my to-do list for today. Look at this. And it's this one over this side. And you can see almost everything is checked off. And this is the end of the day. It's close to 5 o'clock. And that's pretty amazing for me. Let's see. I don't know. I just don't like my hair today. No, so some days it just seems just really hard to just believe in myself and do those things, and I have to take one step at a time and just do it slowly but surely. Then I got all fired up that today is going to be the day that I'm just going to change everything. I'm going to really just make a schedule and do this, but I always end up with the day like the past 2 days. But anyway, it's a good time to recoup and refresh. So I have to constantly reinvent myself and do different things. And so anyway, that's where we are on the update. And I'm going on vacation next week. So I'll be back in September, early the first week of September. So let's talk about the mission statements again. And again, I do have a blog, and it's a WordPress blog, and it's it's in the show notes below. So if you want to see that, but this is talking about our legacy. And, some people's legacy is writing, you know, who was I talking? I was listening to NPR and I heard um, them talk. It was the guy who wrote, "We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it." But anyway, that song, turned into an anthem. They hear, you hear it on sports. You hear it in all kinds of things. And he was saying, that this song will outlast him. And I don't know if there's anything that I am doing that will outlast me. I hope so. Um, but probably there wills. There's things that people will, hopefully my son, people that I know will be talking about me, after I'm gone, and it's kind of a bummer type of thing. But anyway, this is an exercise that we do, and this is like a little bit morbid, but it's part of trying to understand what is important to us, I believe. And, how will I want to be remembered? What's my legacy among my friends, my family, my career, my community? What would you want people to say about you when you're gone? How would you want to be remembered? So I did this exercise on my blog, and you can see my blog. It's it's on the website, and it's linked below. But I'll just go over a couple of the things in here that seemed interesting, and in general, I'd want to be remembered. Well, let me see. Well, I guess in reflection of this exercise, it felt very uncomfortable. I began to worry about what people really do think about me, and I started to question this whole am I enough thing, and that's not where this thing wants to go. Basically, because I just want to be a better me, not because I want others to love me, because I want to, I want to be that love. This is a journey to get to know me better, and I want it to be fun for me, and if you're seeing this, I want it to be fun for you also. So anyway, yeah, so basically for me, I want to be remembered as, an entertainer. I don't sound very entertaining today. Um, I like to be funny. I want to entertain people, and I'm not very good at it. So I'm I'm learning how, and I'm 56. Why I should be more entertaining by now, and I am. I'm a seeker. I'm an adventurous, um, and I enjoy being around people, and I enjoy teaching. So, and I'm also a pretty healthy person. I try to eat well, and like I said, I'm training for a marathon, and I hope to run this marathon on October 21st. I'm a musician. I play the saxophone. Sometimes when people see me, they say, "Hey, it's the sax man." That's what I want people to. I want people to say that I am honored to be called the sax man, and that's these are the things that I want to be remembered by, and these are the things that I'm actively pursuing to make them more a part of my life, and instead of the things that drug me down from before. I think I was earlier reflecting on the fact that my father died about 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago, coming up on 3 years, and I wrote his obituary, and I remember when we were sitting in the, the undertaker, and they were talking, giving us the kind of the template or the script and everything like that. He'll be remembered by blah, blah, blah. He liked to golf. He liked to, and, pretty much the rest of my family, they were just burned out, and they were just willing to just write the few simple things that probably most people do. And but I said, let me have this, and I want to do it. And I wanted the obituary to be as exciting as my father was. And so it was an honor to do that, and I hope that I served him well by writing his obituary. And it wasn't about me, it was really about him, which was really cool. I had to really just go outside of myself and just be, and just think how he would want people to view him. So, I guess this is our opportunity to do it in the same way. We need to just, let's write our own obituary. How do we want to be remembered? Let's put it down on paper. And that's what I did. And you can see that on my blog. So anyway, let's switch back and let's transition over here. And you can see this is where my blog is. And we are doing step 3. Next week, we'll be doing... before we go into next week, let me talk about some of my goals and what we're doing. This Jonas Scatella documentary, made a little bit of progress on that, and today was the one thing that I wanted to do on this, which graphic training. I guess a lot of this stuff is on hold. Actually, this website completion, which is number 3, I worked on that a little bit right before I started this recording here. The music projects, there has been some progress on that. Working on freelance video projects, and I did do a freelance job, early last week, and finished and delivered that. Drone school, actually, I have taken out my drone yesterday and today, and but I haven't been studying for the test that I want to do. The film school videos, I did complete them, and that was just a series of 4 videos and on storytelling and so forth. So that's where I am. We haven't had any comments, but if you do, tell me about what you're doing. I really do want to know, and tell me about your struggles if you're struggling with the same thing. And next week we're going to do step 4. And so, so that's where we are for today. And so until we meet again, I won't be here on next week, but I will be on the week after that. So thank you for joining us for episode 8.